Hey, Max here. So, there's been an info dump on NCAA football from some creators talking about their experiences in gameplay and how tough it is to play on the road. We've seen a few articles specifically from The Athletic, New York Times, right here, and then on3.com. I watched his video, 35 minutes. So, I've done a lot of, like, let's say, research and everything that's come out. And I'm going to kind of talk about it. It might be a little bit of a yap session here, but I made an entire list, okay, of things that we learned and my opinions on things that we learned, okay? So, obviously, I don't have first-hand experience with the game, so I'm relying on other people's gameplay takes, and they're going to show more gameplay tomorrow, I believe, was what has been said. EA selling the game as not Madden. Like, even the company knows, like, Madden's got a notorious name right now because of the stagnation of their franchise mode for so many years as they built up their Ultimate Team. But even their Ultimate Team has been rough, especially with gameplay, Omaha, other abilities. But we're not here to yap about Madden. So it is kind of funny. They're saying, like, it ain't Madden. No problem. It's like they're trying to make sure, because, like, that's the biggest criticism, that it's a Madden reskin. And obviously, you know, same engine, same team, same all that kind of stuff in Madden year over year. So we'll see. Okay, college, they said the gameplay is 30% faster. I should have put this on the gameplay section. We got Dynasty mode. We have Road to the College Football Playoffs. There's also in here somewhere Road to Glory. We got some notes on that too. So basically the whole game was kind of brought out by this. So 30% faster than Madden, which is funny because usually, like, the pros are a little bit quicker than college, right? Isn't that the old phrase is, like, quarterbacks have to adjust to the speed of the NFL? But they're trying to make it a little bit more arcadey, a little bit more fun. I don't know if they'll run, like, comp tournaments on this like they do on Madden. Maybe not the first year. I don't know. We'll see. But obviously tournaments will just pop up, like the community pops them up. Gameplay. Let's get into gameplay first, since, like, the entire foundation of the entire game, right, is based around gameplay. Some people do like to just sim things, which I enjoy doing also and building the Dynasty that way, but passing mechanics, they say they're different than Madden. Like, we'll talk about abilities in a bit, because, like, a lot of people talk about being able to feather throws in over linebackers under safeties, and you can do that in Madden without a doubt. The problem is if they have, like, you know, KOs, your pass lead velocity abilities make the ball go burr and keep it on a low trajectory. So it really depends on how they kind of balance the game around velos and abilities changing and whatnot. So the people that have played it have said it's definitely different than Madden, which in my mind's eye I can't really see, because it does feel like the Madden one where they're talking about with the meter is very similar to how Madden has it right now, and you can blue throws by timing it perfect. The one downside of this that I saw is the throw meter changes depending on your player attributes, not that, but if you hold it down too long, you'll go into the red and throw an inaccurate ball. Which I hate, right? I think this is something Madden did well with their throw meter. Basically, they don't punish you for, like, holding it too long. You just throw a bullet pass. But they do reward you for properly timing it, which I feel is fun, right? I want this game to be fun. Like, obviously, the immersive atmosphere, fun, all this stuff, the songs they got like Mo Bamba and stuff. They had AC/DC right in the trailer right here. But missing passes due to, like, missed timing, like, that's not fun. I mean, it's like 2K. I get it, right? But, like, online people will just end up cheating. And I hate that, right? There are some people on Madden that use it for blue passes right now. And it's just, I think it's dumb, okay? So I like the blue passes, making more fun. I don't like the missed timing, bad passes. I just want to be able to hold it down and throw bullet passes, right? The home field advantage system, which I saw on this, you know, obviously the shaking, the routes being really weird over the field, everything seems like Madden, and I'm like, I don't love it in Madden because that's not really the NFL experience. That should have just stayed in NCAA. I know they put it in Madden 2 years ago, and they didn't know. Yeah, they didn't know at the time they were bringing back NCAA, or has it been 3 years since we got into Madden? Regardless, old man remembers onion on his belt. The crowd noise, this should be huge offline, right? Especially if you're like a freshman out there versus like a high awareness senior. The crowd should affect you. It should be really loud. People won't be able to get your audibles. Obviously, that's why they have signs and stuff. But there should absolutely be that for offline. Online, I don't really like it. I know it causes headaches for people. I just think, like, it's not enjoyable. It's not balanced, but we'll see what they do as far as online everything. Next up, Right stick. Okay, this is probably the biggest change to defense, like ever, maybe. It might be one of my favorite additions to gameplay they've ever made in any game. Like, this is right up there with zone drops, right? Where if somebody's spamming corner routes across on you, you can zone drop to that depth. This is right up there with that, right? So, like, for example, say somebody's scrambling outside their quarterback, outside the pocket with a quarterback right now, and you can hit B to click on, which is okay, click on the nearest guy. But what's nice is because, like, they'll draw your guy up, but then you can always, like, right stick to somebody else and run him to the receiver as that guy's closing on the quarterback, and then you could go pick the ball. Like, right stick switching during the play, it's a lot like how FIFA does it. If you guys have ever played that game, I love it. I think this is going to be great. Now, I haven't played the game. I don't know how it's done. I thought either that or, like, button switching, how 2K does it, would have been a neat mid-play defensive change, too, because how often have we gotten stuck on our linemen, right? Like, you're making adjustments pre-snap, then you hit, like, B or circle or something, and you go down to your lineman. You're like, oh, no, now you got to play, like, a lineman in coverage, and, you know, it's funny to see, you know, like, a big boy try and, like, get some user alerts and stuff, but being able to, like, get back to a linebacker, get back to where you want to be post-play, I think is huge, and I love it. And it'll absolutely allow you to be a little bit more functional and customizable on defense. So this is something that's kind of like going, I don't hear a lot of chatter about this, but enormous if you'd play defense, if you know how to play defense, which a lot of people probably will overlook it and don't even care about it. But really, like, for high-end gameplay, this is huge. Customized playbooks and hot route depth. All 142, 34 teams have unique playbooks. I thought I fixed this word. Apparently, it didn't make the changeover. Saved audibles between games coming. That's not going to be on launch, though. They said that. So that's been one of my biggest asks for years. I love that, right? That along with the right stick moving. You can even craft your own preferred scheme in the custom playbook if you want. So I don't know if it feels like custom playbooks are something we already have in Madden where you can create your own playbook. Unless they mean custom plays. Custom plays is something we've asked for forever, too, that we haven't seen since, like, NFL head coach 09. So customized playbooks is not really new. Hot route play depth, where, like, you can have a slant or a post and you can take it back and you have the post going at like 15 yards then breaking. I love it, right? Because so much in Madden is based around, like, you got to find a good route in one playbook and one play sphere, and then you kind of basically build a scheme around it, because, like, you can't build to those plays with Hot Route Master or anything else. But, like, being able to, like, hot route different routes to different depths is huge to attack certain parts of the field. And I love this change. Customized plays, if that's true, and not just playbooks, and hot route play depth. Oh, chef's kiss. More customization, the better. This is football, baby. Oh yeah, apparently Enter Sandman and Jump Around are not in, but others like Sandstorm Obama are. That's a tweet I saw. Blocking AI has been reworked, and the game is more physics-based tackling. We hear this every year. I'll believe it when I see it. Wear and tear system really going to matter and is impacted by strength. So the stronger you are, the less wear and tear you get, which I love it, because for years strength rating didn't really mean a whole lot. Whoops. So having that actually matter is big. Each body part is broken out and has different player attributes and skill ratings attached to it. This is one thing to help prevent play spam. Like, you can't just, like, throw slants to your receiver. You can't just run the option route and your quarterback hit over and over. Like, how much does that happen in Madden, where people are just running, you know, jump pitches and options? And I love that they redid the option system to hopefully get rid of that spam that we have in speed options in Madden. To get rid of, like, the quarterback, you know, a run that we have right now is the meta in MUT for a lot of it. So I love that too. Like, this is my question. Are they going to finally put arm length in games, since they're talking about different body parts and attributes to it? Because arm length is, like, one of the biggest things NFL teams look for in regards to pass rushers, offensive linemen, even wide receivers and DBs. Like, Joey Porter Jr. is amazing because he's got arms the length of the Eiffel Tower. So we'll see if they actually put that in there. So be careful with the wear and tear system, EA, because people see stuff as, like, you know, like a 10% chance of happening, right? You put somebody in the game and then it happens and you only remember that, right? It's like the perfect outs in MLB The Show, whereas like 85% of the time you're going to get a hit, but like we always remember that 15%. So the wear and tear system, like, if it's 50-50, people are like, oh, I always lose the guy. So just an FYI with that, as far as injuries and wear and tear, it's something that I would assume is going to get tuned and tweaked after launch according to feedback, but I'm guessing the feedback system mostly is going to be like, oh, it's happening too much, it does too much negatives. Because there's another one, another example, one of the guys I was talking about lead a game-winning touchdown drive with his backup quarterback, but this starter got hit so much he lost 47 points off his rating. Now, I don't know if the guy was running nothing but like triple options the whole time and kept getting hit over and over. And I do feel like one of the main ways of defending the option now is to just offload on the quarterback the whole time, right? Like, so if the quarterback, like, I don't know if they'll allow you to do this in the game, but like the best way of discouraging the option is like when he hands it off to the running back, hit the quarterback still, right? It's how the Steelers defend Baltimore a lot during their games, and you know Lamar Jackson's like what 1-5 against the Steelers. So I like. We'll see. We'll see if you can intentionally cause some wear and tear to players. Does hitting somebody after the whistle? Can I take a 15-yard penalty to wear and tear my opponent? I mean, like, we'll see. Like, because that would be an interesting solution. If you can just like bounty gate your opponent's quarterback. There was mention a little bit by a few of the articles about RPOs. I don't like a lot of the people that went. Like, not a whole lot of them are like, I would say like huge online gameplay. A lot of them are top end like offline content creators, which is nothing wrong with that, but there might have been one that like plays the game online quite a bit, and we'll see. And they've probably tried a lot of the RPOs, so we'll see if the RPO spam's as bad as Madden, because right now RPOs never been worse. So please they talked about fixing the option system. Please tell me you fixed the RPO system, or else that's gonna like, and the read and react system's awful in Madden too. I hope they got rid of that. There are no X factors in College Football 25 like there are in Madden, but each player will have 5 physical abilities and 3 mental abilities that will build up to get situational boosts. They are archetype limited, which means you can't max everything out, which I'm okay with, right? Like, I don't want to play NCAA and they have their abilities, and then play Madden and they have the same abilities there. I like the differences between my games. So if they're more like a badge system like 2K, where like you can like get different things and you can get different levels of them, I'm 100% here for that. I like that system a lot better than like the on-off switch of abilities in Madden. I know they've said this last year, and it is technically a little bit true in Madden, where they're not as definitive. There are absolutely definitive. What did I just do here? Oh, sorry, that's stuck there. But anyways, there are absolutely definitive. Like Jukebox will always go Jukebox is overpowered as heck, and it's dumb in Madden. But there are other ones that are like sometimes like catching abilities. Knockouts are almost always. What are like sometimes the edge threat D-line abilities do and do not, so those are more whatever. So we'll see how this ability system figures out. I'm sure something won't be completely balanced, and they'll have to patch it post-release. That's just how the games are. Quarterbacks, okay, this is a major L. I said oof, okay? Quarterbacks with strong mental abilities will be able to diagnose coverages before the snap. We'll tell you what you see in terms of coverage. So he's cover 4. 4 will appeal over 2 safeties and blitzes. How they won't be right every time. Defense is just got like, what's the point? If they're not gonna, okay. First of all, 2 points. This is the entire game. Diagnosing coverages and defenses is literally football. We're the quarterback. Stop. Okay, and then secondly, oh, the quarterback sees cover 4, but oh, it might not be right. Then why even put it out there? Let us see, oh, there's 4 guys playing soft zones off the line of scrimmage. It looks like cover 4 to me. Oh, there's 1 high safety. Well, this is probably cover 3 or cover 1. They might go a cover 2 bluff. I don't know. But that's the game! Like, dog, these, like... Maybe this, okay, for offline on rookie mode, sure. This is a great addition to get people to learn the game. But, dude, if this is online, this better not be like an ability, right? I do not want to see Omaha, film study, any of these stupid abilities, right? People are like, oh, that's realistic. Peyton Manning was really good at reading coverages and stuff. Yeah, but he didn't know exactly what was happening. He still faced Ed fucking Reed. He still didn't know what the defense was in pre-play. He recognized it, and stuff shifted post. I'm so frustrated. Stop making the game bad. All right. They also talk about slide protection being slightly different. I don't know how many was it. 5 years ago they got rid of pinch O-line, and one of the main meta this year in Madden is an A-gap blitz from the second level, and pinch line would be pretty good to have back. I mean, we were able to take care of it a lot with slide right, ID the defensive tackle, but pinch slide would stop a lot of these A-gap blitzes, hopefully. but they said slide protection is slightly different between full and half slides. So it might be better off like I can foresee like a 3-4-6-1 type defense, one of those two, or other crowded line of scrimmage defenses working, and then you can always vary which side of the line you're sending off the edge, hover the A gap, and then depending which way they slide, you're eventually getting somebody through free. Now, obviously, slide right, block your running back left deals with a lot of that in Madden too, and I hope that does deal with it. To block 6 for a 6-man. The problem is how much will the hover end up mattering versus your offensive line protection. Obviously, your awareness of your offensive line matters. Everything there will play into it, hopefully. But like the hover, frequently it's either hover and go back and you distract like the center, which obviously happens to IRL too, or get the straight A gap blitz, which we had like that was like 4 years ago, where just running the A gap was the actual meta before they kind of patched that. But we'll see how much of that, because like people will do everything. People will spend hours, hundreds of hours in practice mode trying to find these blitzes. So good luck. Weather impacts. So there's going to be weather impacts for rain. The splashes looked incredible according to the articles, and a little annoying when the fumbles started happening, but that's the weather, baby. Snow, rain games. Should be fun for offline stuff. Road to Glory. You can choose only 5 positions: quarterback, wide receiver, running back, middle linebacker, or CB. I'm sad there's no safety option, but CB is kind of like safety. No pass rusher, no offensive line. I can see why they didn't include offensive line. That would be an interesting one. I know you used to be able to do that, right? I remember being a lead blocker and running people over, but like that's good for the novelty, but I can't see having fun with that very long unless the out of like there should be like mini games of you getting rejected for just being too big. Like trying to find a love interest. Is there gonna be sex in NCAA? Are they gonna add sex to the game? I don't know. Probably not, but I can't see it really mattering. I can see this just being boring, being a lineman. So I actually don't mind it being those 5 positions. Maybe a couple others would have been nice, but no high school in it. I know a lot of people said about that. You can export your Road to Glory to Madden, and the joke's not as funny since it's red underlined. Can be academically ineligible. So that would have been a joke, but whatever. Next up, Dynasty mode. You can start as a coordinator, W. No taking recruits from NCAA to the pros due to licensing issues. So, like, exporting draft classes. Like, I was hoping that there'd be, like, some way of randomizing it, right? You know how, like, old NCAAs were, like, halfback, 21, the quarterback, like, 64, whatever. Some way of, like, pressing a button or, like, having one of them options at, like, real life NCAA or randomize it for your dynasty. Then you'll be able to take those randomized dynasties into the next one. Maybe going forward they'll allow that because the licensing issues with real players, they don't have them signed to the NFL. They could change the contracts going forward. Can EA export your licenses into Madden NFL and use you there in their franchise mode or whatever? Or, heck, just make it for the whole game and then sell Ultimate Team Packs on them. Since they'll be selling Ultimate Team Packs, I'm guessing, in this game, too, off their license. So, with that said, hopefully, if that's a problem, they don't have the contracts written the way it is for Madden, and signing people's rights over for Madden, too. They probably couldn't, like, if people are signing away Madden rights, they'd probably ask for more money, right? So, maybe that's something going forward. They can randomize it or change their licensing. NAL does not exist in Dynasty because of how, like, the landscapes have changed. Like literally it changed, like, last week due to a lawsuit. So I think it does exist in Road to Glory, though. But Dynasty, because it was so weird, it was different. The IRL teams can pay players now, according to a court case, I guess. So it'll be interesting to see because, like, there are definitely other factors, though, with prestige, your college. There's going to be a whole lot there. Just expect that. Skill trees for coaches are in the game, similar to Madden. I think there's going to be more of them, though. Did they say 11 in NCAA? I think I saw that number somewhere. Custom conferences. You can't create new ones. You can move back to Pac-12. You can put 20 schools in a conference. That kind of stuff. Change league games, location of conference championship games, that kind of stuff. No real FCS schools. Many of them want to be in the game. I like it, dude. Like, if you're able to somehow, because you know how FIFA, or just, I guess, soccer itself has the promotion relegation system, if they can work that somehow into NCAA, where like you can take like a Division 3 school and take it all the way up to the top tier conferences. I think it just adds more depth, because that's whenever I played FIFA, I always took like a bottom feeder and then I tried to work them up. So that would, I think, be something that would be kind of cool. Going D3 to D1 or whatever they call it now, FBS, in 3 seasons or less. Some sort of challenge like that. Real coaches are not in the game, but someone in like Lane Kiffin was quoted as saying he wants to be in for free. I would assume that just helps IRL coaches with recruiting. Road to the College Football Playoffs is another mode that was introduced this year. Apparently it's going to be online only ranked. You're going to pick a team and battle online against other players that race to win a national championship. As is common with ranked modes, you start off as a recruit, but can work your way up to Heisman. The higher you go, the tougher the players you will face online. So this could be anything. I thought it was gonna be like a road or March to October like MLB has, but it definitely seems more of like an online head-to-head tournament style thing where you try and win it. But then what's your rewards? Do you get ultimate team coins for winning a thing on this mode, or is it just like just to say you did it to hang a banner in your virtual palace? But we don't have virtual palaces like 2K did. Or virtual houses. I don't know. I don't know what it's going to be. We'll see. Get more hands on that soon. But that's an interesting twist. I didn't really expect it to be like that. Also, one more detail I didn't have anywhere else. They figured out every band and how they lined up. That's a neat detail. Even other moments like Iowa waving at the Children's Hospital. So that's neat. I like the depth. And obviously they're showing off a lot of it with the mascots. There's no mascot mode, which I don't care about. I probably wouldn't play that. But I know some people liked it a lot. I like the mascots versus children. That's something I'd play. I'd love to stiff arm one of those snot-nosed 10-year-olds that cursed me online all the time. Anyways, that's it for the video. Let me know what you guys think. I'll have more, I think, tomorrow on gameplay. Bye.